Going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I seen this story this morning. I was debating on whether to do it or not because, it kind of upset me. And it's a story about these two people up here. This is Pastor Moses Colbert and his wife, Monica Colbert. And they're out of Gastonia, out there in North Carolina. I think it's a suburb of Charlotte, if I'm not sure. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. And these good people, man. But they've come under scrutiny in the last few months with the city, going back and forth with the city, with their works and, trying to help the homeless out there. Now, a few months ago, they came to, believably, a settlement because they had a homeless encampment on their property. And the city said they was out of ordinance codes and stuff and threatened to fine them $100,000. And the lawsuit, they settled with this lawsuit to where, with this fine to where they had to get rid of the homeless encampment, right? Now, the city has came back and reared its ugly head again with this man and his church. His church is called, it's Faith, Hope, and Love Ministries. So shout out to Faith, Hope, and Love Ministries out there, fighting a good fight. But, we've had a recent, breakout of a record-breaking freeze across America. This man was wanted to let people stay in his church. And the city has something to say about it. Sometimes, you need to let sleeping dogs lie. In the situation it's cold outside. People need a place to go. Take a look at this story, and it explained a lot about what I'm talking about. But this guy right here needs to be commended because he's answering the call that a lot of people won't even pick up when that phone rings. Check out this story.
Well, a Gastonia pastor is once again facing a possible fine from the city for helping the homeless population. Faith, Love, and Hope Church has already been fined $100,000 for using the property as a homeless shelter. But this time around, the pastor says he's not breaking any rules. Queen City News reporter Casey Jones live from the church tonight. Casey, so this is the second time around, and it's like the ongoing saga that just keeps continuing. Why is the city threatening to fine him?
Well, this time around, the pastor here got a letter that says the fire marshal has heard complaints that he was planning on opening an emergency shelter. Keyword, their plan. I went inside today and there were no beds there, but the pastor does say that he allows people inside during the day. But with these cold temperatures, he says he'd like to do more. Linda Freilich has experienced homelessness for 15 years on and off. In the frigid conditions, she says there aren't many places to go in Gastonia.
I got these little sleeping bag I get into sometime here and yonder, different places. But it's not easy. It ain't nowhere you can go unless you go out of town.
But one place you can always count on to open their doors each and every day, Faith, Love, and Hope Church. Volunteers feed people every day and let them warm up inside the church.
What's so sad, though, is in my heart, I always want a warm place to lay my head and something to eat. I don't ask no much.
Pastor Moses and Monica Colbert have been helping the homeless population since the church opened 20 years ago. In recent years, the church has been hit with $100,000 in fines for code violations from the city. The church was forced to clear out a homeless encampment last year. Tuesday, Pastor Moses received a letter threatening more fines if he opens an emergency shelter.
When I got the letter, my mind went back to when they sued me back in September. And I'm thinking they're building their case so they can sue me again. That's the part that scared me. I got sued for having 200 people on the property back then.
The letter from the Gastonia fire marshal said the pastor needs to install a manual fire alarm, hire an architect to redo the property, and get it rezoned for residential. The church is located amongst other homes. Pastor Moses has other plans for his property.
What we're going to do is we want to build 200 units on this property and house the people here. What we want to do is we want to take 100 units and house the homeless here in Gastonia. We would take the other 100 units and have one for every other county in North Carolina.
The fire marshal did not return my calls or emails for comment. Freilich hopes the Colberts can keep their daytime operation going to keep helping people in need.
Being homeless like this, it's no picnic. It's sad. Anybody, it ain't just like, well, you say he's homeless, he's going through torment. Here on. I'm sorry, I didn't break down. I said I wasn't going to break down, but I couldn't help it. It hurts.
I just heard back from a city spokeswoman. She referred me to the Salvation Army for anybody who needs a place to sleep during these frigid conditions. The only problem there is I talked to the Salvation Army today. They have 64 spaces for people. And right now, they only have 4 spaces available for men. So that's not a lot of help. So if you want to help the people here serve the homeless at Faith, Love, and Hope Church, the pastor is accepting monetary donations and food and hygiene products for people. Reporting live from Gastonia, Casey Jones, Queen City News.
All right, guys, that's the story of the goofiness that's going on down there, in Gastonia. And it don't take much. In fact, it costs nothing to be a good person or be nice to people. Do you know it takes more energy and stress to be an a-hole than it does to just be kind to people? This man got a good heart, and I don't even know him. For him to help a bunch of strangers trying to make a difference with what little resources he has, only to have someone above him on the outside that works a 9 to 5 come and put pressure on him with a bunch of codes and laws for him not to try to save people, just spare people some misery that they have going on in their lives is appalling to me. It is. This man doing God's work. You're supposed to be a Christian country, right? Built on Christian values and stuff. This man representing the church, and y'all coming in there talking about, we're going to find y'all, we're going to find you with a bunch of money for helping people. It's preposterous and appalling. It's a damn shame. Make you really think about a lot of times, people talk about religion and stuff like that. When it all comes down to it, it seems like money is the motivating factor to try to control people, whether they're in the church doing the right thing or they have influence on what happens outside of the church. These people are wrong to me. I myself was homeless before. Did you see the lady talking? You know how embarrassing it is to talk to somebody about your problems, how you're a grown person. That woman's elderly and she don't have nothing. Nothing. That's a fear for me. And that's going to be a reality for a lot of people coming up under me that are not seeing the big picture. I said this before in videos, and I want you to hear me clearly on this, y'all. When you see a bum standing out on the street with a sign begging for change, or somebody just sleeping on the sidewalk, there's a hair-thin line between where you are and where they are. One wrong decision, one loss of life for somebody that you believed in, your husband, wife, or whatever, can put you into depression and send you to another part that you never thought you would be at. And all you do is just trying to survive. That's why I don't pass judgment on homeless people. I was a homeless person, though it was by choice. I understand the struggle a lot of these people go through, whether they have mental illness, drug addiction, or other things. It's only temporary. What was the big deal about that? Seriously. I bet you somebody try to run them out, that church out of there or something, for some developer to take the land or something. Because, if they doing stuff like this, what else could they be thinking about? What else? You understand what I'm saying? God sees everything. You'll see this. But you got to understand something. It seems like nowadays, man, people are more try to take the guilt out of what they do by just saying, I'm doing my job. It was cold, y'all. Still is in a lot of places. Do you know homeless people, when they die out there, it's usually when they go to sleep. So what's that, between what, 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning? When the temperature drops at its lowest, people are asleep. Hypothermia, they go right out, don't even wake up. So you'd rather have a bunch of people dead on the streets, being picked up like trash, than have somebody treat them like a human being and give them one more day on this planet when they don't have much. The hell is wrong with us? Seriously. The mind of man is something that's to be marveled, and there's also something to be talked about in a shameful manner sometime. That man is, you could see that man talking to that man, he's an easy man to talk to. And I'm sure they could have came to a peaceful resolution. Where's the mayor at? You could go out there and be like, okay, such and such, Pastor Moses, we don't want to have this brought out to where we're not working together. We do have a homeless problem. How can we help you achieve these goals? Simple. Fear and greed. Told you, two motivating factors a lot of times. Fear and greed. Or people just turn a blind eye to something that's right in front of them. Man, people in Gastonia, man, y'all rally around this man and his wife. Shout out Monica Colbert. I forgot. I got you. I don't know these people, but I know the struggle. And I know wanting to do the right thing sometime and being opposed by little ticky-tack things put in your way, obstacles to try to stop you from saving lives. It's a damn shame that this is going on. I don't mean to cuss because I know a lot of y'all like the Lord, but I got to keep it real. My heart goes out to this man. My heart goes out to these people. It's bad enough a lot of homeless people deal with the struggle of why they're there and how to get out of that hole that they've, fallen into or dug themselves. Just because we shouldn't talk shit to people that have not. That's all I'm saying. I didn't want to do this story, but it's starting to upset me. But I'm going to get off of here. But you guys understand what I'm saying. People in Gastonia rally around this man. Seriously, rally around this man. Because he's doing something and has the balls to do something a lot of us won't do. And that's answer the call. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Each one teach one. And sometime down is preparation for up. If you can look up, you can get up. Well, most of us that have legs. But you understand what I'm saying. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.